Afternoon all, Chief Pepper here. So I'll give you a back porch update, and the good news is I think I finally have my truck fixed. I thought it was fixed before, but the alternator went from putting out a normal voltage to putting out one whole volt too many. It was trying to cook the battery. I had already purchased a new alternator to put in it, anticipating a problem. Winds up being that there was a problem, so if this fixes the truck and I can drive it all the time, I will probably start driving it more. But I'll also go buy another alternator just to have on hand. Um, what else? So today I worked on the truck, basically changed the ground connector on the battery. Did not change the symptom. The symptom actually got worse. The gauge was jumping on the high side. I went and checked the voltage, putting out 15.52. So I spent an hour and a half, an hour fucking changing the alternator, put the new one in, cranked right up. Voltage was at 14.42, which is much closer to where it needs to be. Drove it to the post office, then I drove it to the gas station, turned it off, gassed up the truck, cranked right back up, brought it home, put it on the battery charger. The battery charger was acting normal, so it appears that finally the truck is fixed. The next thing I did was the wood stove is in place for the most part. I'll have to tweak it. I had to get my engine hoist out and move it into here to unload that off the piano dolly. I did not want to risk trying to slide it off and possibly dropping the stove, bending it, or cracking the door. So I still have to get the cart in here and unload the bricks that are going to go inside it. They were already in it. I took it out to try and get it off the back of my truck, and let's just say 2.5 hours of grunting and groaning, and I have a pig hoist that's designed to hold a 600-pound pig. It was flexing the 1/4-inch steel, 2-inch square tubing at the base and all the way along the upper portion of it, and then I moved it after I got it down. I moved the jack stand back towards where the vertical part goes up, and it didn't flex as much. Got it in here and then waited basically half a week to get this part done. So let's just say that was a fucking challenge. If you're ever going to buy a decent sized wood burning stove, you're going to need really heavy duty equipment. The piano mover I have worked wonders. It held the weight, which is considerable, probably at least 500 pounds. Maybe 520, 540 with the bricks in it. So just understand that. And then once I basically got it in place, I cleared off the table. If you can see that, that has got the first coat of varnish on it. I'll wait 2 days, so Friday I'll try and get the second coat on it. And then Sunday I can flip it back over and basically drill it and screw it into place, and then it won't move anymore, and then the table's done. I have a bunch of 1 foot 6-inch pipe. However, I only got 2.5 feet because I only got 5 pieces, because that's all the damn store had when I went and bought them. And then I went to another Tractor Supply the next day. I think today's Wednesday, so I went Tuesday and tried to find it. That Tractor Supply didn't have any. I went to a Northern Tool, they didn't have any. I had already ordered 3 2-foot pieces, but I'm worried that I might not get the order because it's through Amazon and there were only 4 left. They say it's shipped. It's supposed to be here 17th or the 19th. So whenever I get it, within a couple of days, I will probably finish putting the pipe together. I got to get the bricks in here before that, basically keep them dry, and then once that happens, as soon as it's cold, I can do a test burn. So it will. I hope it will really heat up this back porch, because the purpose of the wood burning is so that if my dad needs to come back here, that I don't have to worry about him freezing in the night. You know, I can stoke up the wood stove and get the room nice and toasty, and then go to bed. It should have a 4 to 6 hour burn time, and then get up and fire it up again. And this is all in preparation for if he becomes bedridden, and because a medical bed won't fit in the room he's in. So it is what it is. So, there's a lot of speculation on TV, not on TV, on fucking YouTube and all this shit. All I'm going to tell you is this: you need to take everything with a grain of salt, and you need to probably just continue prepping. I would say prep for the worst, but I don't want to get on the fear bandwagon. You know, bottom line is this: there's a lot of shit happening. There's a lot of things, a lot of problems in the world, and none of it's good. And you fuck around and you get caught with your pants down, it's going to be very, very bad for you and your family. So, this room's purpose was originally just so me and my wife could sit out here, have dinner, because she's a clutter bug and I'm marginally better. But in the end, I guess God was speaking to me, because I am definitely going to need this space for my dad. So, how's this? Assuming he doesn't die in his sleep and he gets bedridden, then I'm going to need the space. Anyway, I think tomorrow I'm going to work on 2 generators, maybe. I need to replace the carburetor on one for sure. Hopefully it will run. I got the battery plugged in. It's been sitting out there for the last 3 months. So I checked the battery, it's still cranking. But when I went to use it, carburetor and gas and all that shit was all gunked up. So I just need to change the carburetor. I'm fairly certain I have one on hand, and if I do, I'll just replace it. And once that's done, hook everything back up and crank it up, and hopefully be able to run that generator. The other generator needs an oil change, the big generator, and then the little one, the 3500, I need to change the carburetor on it too. So it'll be a day of carburetors. Once that's done, the Dodge Dart that I started working on, the fuel tank gasket inlet pipe came. I can put that in, grease up the pipe, and try to put it in place. Once that's done, then basically the gas tank is done in the back. After that, I need to get the fuel pump out, and that's becoming a problem. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I might have to cut the fuel line, and then put in a piece of flexible tube between 2 steel pieces. I don't know yet. If I do, I do. That's just the way that is, because that's actually the feed line to the carburetor. It's actually frozen on the old pump. The car has not been on the road since 1999, so it's about, almost 27 years. It does run, because the guy poured gas in the carburetor, cranked it over, started right up. I don't know if the carburetor itself will work. I don't know if the bowl and all that stuff is fucked up, but if it is, I can just put a new carburetor on it. What else? Well, before I do all that, I gotta get the whole the pump out. So it is what it is. Then once I can get it running, I gotta check the electrical, which would be the last thing I do before I try to put it on the road. But I gotta rebuild the entire brake system, and hopefully I can get all the brake lines loose. If I can do that, replace the wheel cylinders all the way around, new springs, new shoes, new everything, and then it's done. What else? Then I'll have my Dodge Dart drivable. There's a long list of shit that I need to do to it. There's a big debate in my life right now what I'm gonna do. I don't know. So I like the 4Runner, but it's not the vehicle of my choice. And to be honest, if I may just start driving my truck again, which is not economical, but I didn't drive it enough to caused me about $2,200 in money and 5.5, 6 months of fucking pulling my hair out trying to fix it. So that's definitely something that I don't want to happen again. It's a capability that I like to have. It's an old truck. It's actually 30 years old this coming year. It's a 1996 Ford F350 crew cab long box with a 460 in it. So basically everything in the motor wise has been replaced. Injectors, coil, ignition control, water pump, all the hoses for the water pump, radiator, air conditioning system has been replaced on it, alternator obviously. The only thing that has been replaced is the power steering pump. It's making a clunking noise. I think there's a piece underneath that involves a suspension that may need to be replaced. I don't know. I'll have to check. But that's not a requirement. I'll get it done if I start driving it or not. Then the debate is, do I spend $3,000 pulling the heads out and getting rid of the exhaust gas return valve system and putting in either older school cast heads or aluminum heads. The aluminum heads would lighten up the front end. I don't know if they would be an improvement or not. And then there's always the fucking, you gotta measure the fucking push rods. I would probably stick with hydraulic lifters, and then I would have to probably change the exhaust system from what's there, which wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. Then basically, once that's done, I need to get the top painting, so I may do the top painting before I do anything else. So it is what it is. Just continue prepping. With the way the things are right now, it might be dangerous to fly. You might get stuck somewhere where you don't want to be. And that concerns me because I'm flying my wife home to see her family for the first time since 2019. So it is what it is. Be aware and pay attention. There's a lot of information out there. If you listen, depending on who you listen to, the shutdown may go into the middle to the end of December, may go into the new year, which is a real fucking problem. Just keep your ear to the ground. Information is knowledge and power. Live a little, prep a lot, share love. Chief Prepper out.